Guys, it's a beautiful day. It's 8:30 a.m. I'm freshened up and ready to head out. And just now, 5 to 10 minutes back, I got my breakfast. Let's check out what is there in the breakfast.
This is the breakfast. Let's check it out.
Wow.
There's puri, there's idli, there's dosha, there's all sorts of chutneys, also upma.
I think this will be pretty filling. So let's finish the breakfast and head out. Breakfast was all right. It's sufficient. It was not very heavy. Was sufficient. I can still have something more if required. But it's 8:45 right now. We got to head to the pickup point for the daily tours. The time over there is 9:30, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to reach there in time or not. So let's rush immediately. Right, time to leave. But the weather is pretty hot. Well, what else do you expect? I'm coming to South India in peak of the summer, so I'm not complaining. Let's walk to the beach road and get the bus. Okay, just visited the Aurobindo Ashram. Pretty peaceful place. A lot of exotic plants inside. Something that you don't get to see anywhere else. Like they were all bonsai kind of plants, cacti. I don't even know the names of those plants. Those kind of plants were there. So pretty peaceful place. There were a couple of quotes from the mother or Aurobindo, which are pretty touching. So definitely want to explore more about who was Mr. Aurobindo and who was the mother. After going back home, I'll do that. And now I've come to the Ganesh temple. So let's check it out. Done with the darshan of the temple. Sat there for a few minutes as well. Now headed towards, I don't know where the Auroville takes us. Now the next stop is Pondicherry Museum. Let's check it out. Photography is not allowed inside, so I'll try to explain what I see inside. See you in a bit. Checked out the museum. Pretty decent place. A lot of stuff from the olden times, especially during the French rule in Pondicherry. So if you are somebody who is interested in history, you can check it out. And there was a section where, the arms and ammunition section, wherein there were different types of swords. Looking at that, it reminded me of Bahubali. So yeah, good place. The entry ticket for this place is 10 rupees. You should definitely check out if you come to Pondicherry, the museum. I'm at the Immaculate Conception Cathedral. It's been a long time since I've come to a church. This inside of the church reminded me of my school church. Pretty peaceful inside. Sat there for 5-10 minutes. Uh, felt good. Now let's head on. Pretty place. Actually, we're supposed to watch a video before collecting the pass to get into this place, but then the lady just handed over the pass, so I did not watch the 10-minute video. So the 10-minute video probably has the details about the history and or the motto or what the belief system of Auroville is. There were a lot of interesting things before coming in in the form of pictures. The philosophy of Auroville is pretty deep. While going back, I'll show you those pictures if possible. Of course, I don't remember most of it, but then the gist I understand is Auroville is a place where people do not have nationalities. I mean, people from any part of the world can come together and work together and live in nature. And something, I mean, I have just shrinked this to very little, but it is much deeper than that. So it's a 1 kilometer walk from that place to the viewing point of the mandir, where we have the globe. And if you want to go inside and do the meditation, you have to book a day in advance, and then you can go the next day for doing meditation inside. So obviously I'll not be going inside, but then let's enjoy the walk in the nature. It's like a dense forest. This reminds me of Anantagiri Hills forest walk, but this is much more denser and the path is drawn out pretty neatly. So have a look. So, bit of an update of what happened at the Mahatma Gandhi beach. So, after checking out from the information center that there is no travel daily tour from the tourism center today, obviously because of lack of crowd or something. I got the map from them, and then I was just sitting outside on a bench thinking what to do next. And since my legs were aching, I was just trying to relax a bit. Suddenly an auto person came around and asked if I need a daily tour of the city. So I thought it's like a blessing in disguise, and I asked him like how much would he charge. So to that he said he would charge around $1,200 for the entire day trip of Pondicherry. He said he'll take me to Auroville, the Basilica of Sacred Heart of Jesus Church, the Ganpati Temple, Aurobindo Ashram, Serenity Beach, Paradise Beach, all these kind of places. He said he'll be taking me. So for that he said he would charge $1,200. So I immediately said no, I don't want. And then I said I said I would go for $500. So I was trying to bargain, but then he said 1,000 last, and he left. So after he left, I was thinking, if I had taken a vehicle for rent, let me stop for a second. So at that moment I was thinking, if I had taken a bike or a scooter on rent, that would be 250 rupees per day for one day, and for roaming around the city it would be just $100, so it will be $350. But apart from that, finding what all places to go, I did make a list of places I need to go in Pondicherry. So finding out the route for those places and checking the maps and going to this place, that would have been actually pretty exciting. But then at that moment I just gave in, and I thought it's better to go in an auto, cover entire Pondicherry, and so the purpose of coming here would be solved, that is to visit Pondicherry, to explore Pondicherry. But since past 15-20 minutes while in the auto coming over here, this place I think is around 14 to 15 kilometers from main Pondicherry. So in the journey it just struck to me that did I make a wrong decision of coming in an auto for $1,000 for the entire day, or did I make a wise choice? So actually, from looking at a higher level, it is, I think, equal. It's a 50-50 thing. This has its own advantages. This option of getting into an auto for a day for $1,000 has its own advantages, and getting into a vehicle, renting a bike on rent for a day has its own advantages and disadvantages. It will be slightly more risky. There are a lot of people over here taking rented vehicles, but it's not that risky. But then, angur khatte hain. I've already made the decision. So, like that saying goes, right? I'm paraphrasing here. I'm not sure if this is the exact one or not. So, good experience comes from bad experience. Bad experience comes from bad choices. So there's a quote something like that. So this is another bad experience. I don't know how many bad experiences I'll have to do. It's not a bad experience. It's a slightly what do you call it? Lost kind of a decision. Slightly wrong decision. So anyway, the good thing is we will be covering the entire Pondicherry today, or at least the most important part. So I'm thinking, so tomorrow I'll just rent a bike as in bicycle, and then roam around in the city. All right.